Okay, so we're just continuing through the reality stage of the curiosity map here into observe your reality. And so far we've worked through being careful of observing our mindset, our energy, and our expectations of ourselves and others. And possibly this is getting to the crux point of what the curiosity map is actually partly about, is to go, actually, how am I now being in this state? Our state as to how we show up in different situations will really determine how we choose to then move into a space of response. But we need to be honest with ourselves about our current state. So the way to break this down is I want you to consider whether you're actually being what I would call constrained, which is the first part here of going, if we've got, say, a fixed mindset and a closed approach in the bottom left-hand quadrant, I would say we're probably being constrained, where we're kind of not able to see alternatives. The next part of this is to go, am I being cautious, where I've got partly a fixed mindset because I'm kind of nervous about what the outcomes might be and what consequences might be. But I also have got quite an open approach. I'm open to new ways of being. So am I actually just being cautious around this goal or around the situation? The third option here is to go, am I being calculated? Now I might be wanting growth, and I've got a growth mindset in this situation, but I've got a very fixed way in which I'm approaching it. So actually that can lead us to sometimes be kind of calculated. We can see this in meetings quite a lot of the time, where somebody comes in, we have a meeting to discuss something, but actually it's very clear from the outset, that the outcome that they want is very fixed, and the way that we're going to get to it is not really movable. So that would lead us to approach things from a kind of a calculated kind of way. And then the final of the four options is to actually open ourselves up a little bit, to have an open approach and a growth mindset where we start to become deeply curious, to go, I wonder what's possible. And if we're willing to explore what's possible and then experience actually what happens, we can approach things from a curiosity mindset. So just take a moment in relation to the first, remember the first external influence or the stimuli or the goal or the problem. We're still in reality. We're not creating a response here. We're still in reality, to go, am I being constrained? Am I being cautious? Am I being calculated? Or am I being curious? Now, to help yourself a little bit more, there's some note space in this box here. Maybe just write down some other thoughts that might help you to kind of work out why you've actually put yourself in one of these four boxes. That will give you even more awareness, so that you can actually start to then choose further down the track about what might need to change.